Hello and welcome back to another video. In this video, I will tell you the mistakes which I had done, while I was practicing flute, or as a beginner, what mistakes I used to do. First mistake, depending only on motivation. At first, I used to get that motivation of, yeah, I can play, I can do this, I can do that. But then once it started becoming a repetitive task, then I used to depend only on my motivation. So so I would suggest to all the beginners who wants to play flute or who's starting to play flute, depend only on discipline, because motivation is for a short period of time, and then once motivation goes, you have nothing but discipline. So I would suggest, see, not give a small breaks in between, so that you can focus properly. So instead of you giving 5 hours at one stretch, I would suggest give 30 30 30, break it down to 30 30 or 1 1 1 1 1. So let's quickly jump on to the second mistake what I was doing, getting distracted. So I only have one phone with me now, and I also, even when I was a beginner, I used to only have one phone, and now as well. But so what used to happen, so as I had only one phone, I had no other option but to get that phone with me in my room. So let's say I was playing for 10 minutes, and suddenly I take my phone and start watching YouTube or start watching reels. So what happened with that was, my time got wasted. And then I used to also you know uh, move my schedule. Like, I used to think that, okay, I'll take another 10-minute gap, and then I'll take another 10-minute gap, and that led to another 30-40 minutes of time wastage. So I would suggest to all the beginners or whosoever wants to play flute, if you have the budget of buying another phone, um, buy that phone and then remove everything. There should be nothing, zero. And if you have the option of removing everything, you can remove it, but only keep the apps which are required for the flute, so that you don't have any distractions, and then you can practice with an calm and an open mind. Let's go to the third mistake. The third mistake what I was doing was demotivating myself. What I used to do was, as a beginner, I used to watch uh, others of somewhere similar of my age playing, you know, a very great flute. Like, I used to get demotivated, and then eventually I had to leave it in between. So that is another mistake what I was doing. So again, I would suggest that you know uh, watch someone who are uh, maybe elderly and highly experienced than you. If you have the willpower, or if your mind is strong, you can also watch them, someone who's way more experienced or younger than you. The next mistake what I was doing was not having a clear structure. So let's say, so what I used to do was, the blowing technique, to understand it took me 1 week. And then what I used to do, I just used to randomly start playing. Look, I'm not saying it is wrong, but then at the same time it is time consuming. For the beginners, again, what I would suggest is, now let's say, have if you are working on the blowing technique, work only on that, excel in that, and then move to another thing. Now, after that, so let's say, if you want to know how to play sa, work only on that. Work on how to play sa itself. Don't quickly jump off to how to play re, ga, ma, dha, ni, sa. If you understood sa, then go to re, and then slowly go to ga, slowly go to ma. The last mistake, what I used to do was not having a theoretical knowledge. So what I used to do was, so once I understood how to play sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa, I used to just randomly watch videos of how to do ornamentation, and then I used to randomly do that ornamentation, even though I didn't know what the name of the ornamentation was. So, and then once I started getting trained under a guru, that is when I understood the names of what ornamentation I was trying to do. So, this is another, you know, um, avoidable mistake where for beginners or anyone who is learning flute, understand the theory as well, also with the practical. See, practical, the thing is, you are anyways doing it, but also have an understanding of what you are trying to do, what ornamentation you are trying to give, so that it will be easy for your knowledge as well, and it will be easy for you to explain it to others as well. Once you get into a very big great level, and let's say you want to teach, so this is the way. Once you have the when you have the knowledge, that is when you can spread it to others. So have a, once you get to a, upskill or upgrade your levels, also understand the theory of it as well while you are doing the practical. See, the thing is, flute is a complicated thing, but then at the same time, it is a very beautiful instrument. If you give your proper time and schedule and proper discipline towards it, then it will, you know, you can get things done more easier than you not having a structure of what you're doing. It is better that you understand how the flute is played rather than thinking of how do I do it, how do I do it. So thinking itself takes a lot of time. So instead of you thinking, just um, start understanding. If you have any doubts, you can also DM me on Instagram. So the Instagram will be pasted somewhere here, yeah. So if any, questions, or if you have any doubts as a beginner, you can please feel free to message me, so that I can also answer the doubts whatever you are asking or whatever you have. Thank you so much for watching. Until then, see you. Tata. Bye bye.